Why, hello there, you beautiful soul. Happy Passover. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a great start to your week. I hope that your day has been magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, spectacular. And we're going to really end the night off in a truly liberating and potent fashion. Now, it's important to really bring forth the spirit of what this day represents in terms of that theme of freedom. And so it's a nice time to really just look within your own beingness to start to see the themes, the patterns, the cycles of what life has been pointing us towards that needs to really drop away. That may be serving its role as a master, as a slave owner, something that is hindering or restricting our ability to receive or give love, to express ourselves, to be what we were created to be. And as it is that special of not only Passover, but the start of this WaterFast, one aspect that we can really look at before we even begin our meditation is how can we clean out our vessel? How can we clean and clear out our connection to Source? So take the last few seconds just to kind of get your wiggles out, get a good stretch in, and have those areas in which you're seeking to really transmute and to let go, to move through, to transcend at the forefront of your mind. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, we'll take a nice deep breath in with each sound of the bowl as it rings. And with your exhale, we'll relax the jaw and lower it fully and transmute the breath into a mighty and powerful Om. And as you close the mouth, the U and the M will form naturally. Release the body of breath here. And what is it that weighs heaviest in your heart that you seek to let go? What is it that life is gently nudging you towards? Begin to gather those knowings and simply rest and allow them to be. As we gain that separation within, begin to observe all inner happenings and external as phenomena. Like a film, lay back within your beingness and watch silently as the witness, as the observer you are. When you hear this final tap of the singing bowl, shift your attention to the sound of the ringing. And as it fades into silence, so too allow that center point of awareness to simply shift towards the calm, the quiet, the stillness. If you knew your liberation was at hand, would you not be excited? Know that every opportunity that we sit and rest within, that we allow what is to naturally unfold. The snap of a finger, it matters not how quick, but each of us can have such release. So ensure that you have a gentle smile on the face and that you ready yourself to receive those energies of love. For that in which we are is that essence, that radiant light of life, of love, of source. Every being crafted to be a unique expression of the One. And it's in these great times in which we live that each of us are becoming one step closer towards that fullest expression, that authentic shine, that refined light, just as we were created to be. Yet in this hour, it is important to remember the stories of old and look within our own heart, our own life, in which we are being enslaved, entrapped, confined. But in the gentle and not so gentle lessons, life has been preparing each and every one of us for these lessons. And we are at a point of decision making. We're at a point of loving choices. Will you seek to lean into what life is already laying out before you, or are you going to resist? As we are creators of the Creator, we are gifted with the ability, choice of free will. But naturally, as we refine our lights, our abilities to manifest will become stronger and stronger, greater and greater a force each of us will be. And it is up to each of us to refine that magnetic power, that radiant light that each of us are. Like a pitcher of water, those earthly habits, those possessions, those assumptions serve as the dye that taint our clear waters, inevitably staining anything in which we touch, grow, or seek to create. And that has been the gentle and again, not so gentle reminders, nudges, happenings that life has been pointing us towards. Unfolding more and more are these opportunities for lessons and ultimately blessings. Everything, all these energies and happenings that we've been receiving as a collective and on this individual level have been accelerating and are only going to become more clear cut. This knowing, this energy of urgency is quickly upon us. And in this powerful day, this one that represents the builder, it is your opportunity to choose your own storyline. Each of us have already been given the curriculum. We already have the keys. Everything in our journeys are ready for us, but we must take the adventure into our own hands. No longer looking to the guides, the ancestors, the angels for the assistance of finding purpose and direction, for they are looking to us to direct the ships in which we seek to set sail towards. You're the captain of your own yacht, your own boat. You're ferried towards the shores of peace, of love, of truth. And your team of angels, your assistants of the ancestors, your guides, your gatekeepers, your guardians, and your teachers are all here currently. Take a breath and feel into it. The presence, the love, the support. They're here, side by side, step by step. As the song goes, every breath you take, every move you make. All of our loved ones are always present. For this physicality, this veil is but one layer of many in this life in which we get to experience and live. And as we can see these worlds coming together, the opportunity to tap into that which lies beyond this waking state is readily available. The liberation in which many of us seek is to be no longer confined by these physical normalities, by the laws of this universe, but the only way to transcend to the divine operation, which is our birthright. We must begin to let go of all the earthly happenings, the tensions, the woes, the assumptions that hold us back from that divine right. And as often said through these lips, in order to experience, you must first entertain. This is a knowing for each of us that we must come to master. The bottleneck in every aspect of our experience is us. For we are the witness. We're the creator. We are that window and frame of awareness that source flows through. And each of us confines that channel, restricts that flow. So what is it that you need to let go? What is it that life is guiding and nudging you towards, ever so gently or ever so urgently? For it represents that slave master. It is the force and the energy and the happenings that hold you back from fully stepping into your divine right, your purpose, your love, your expression. So know that whatever it is you're supported, feel the love, breathe in the support. Know that you have an army at your back, resting upon your side, hands on your shoulders, supporting you, pouring you love, the reminders of grace, of gentleness, of fierceness. So where is it that you are blocked off at receiving such love and support? If you are currently in the knowing, in the belief that you are doing everything by yourself, you must wake up and become mature to what is truth in this world, for nothing is alone. Every one of us is connected. All of us are holding each other, loving each other, supporting each other in this dance. And although the human body, the personhood, may not acknowledge or accept this, we must come to recognize that everything permeates that essence of the Creator, of our source. Those intangible energies are known as love. Those forces are felt as light, heat, warmth, effortlessness, easefulness, and joy. The first quest, the first task that each of us are truly given in this world is to greater that connection with our Creator. For through Source, all is possible. This is that initial water that will nourish our garden of life. We can think of all the other happenings as those necessary components of the bed, of the soil, of the fertilizer. But it is that which we know is the Creator's love. That is the sun, the water, the air, and again, even the earth itself. Everything is of the one. So when we lack that connection, we starve ourselves of our truest and greatest potential at everything. the ability to love, the courage to withhold and withstand any amount of fear, to overcome those tensions. It is the energy which will carry us through everything. For it is the only thing that there truly is. To go beyond the monkey mind, to enter into the unknown, to be open to receive, all becomes easier when we truly trust, when we fully give ourselves to our connection with Source. So allow yourself to take a deep breath here. Releasing the body of breath, let go of any physical tension that remains. The big sigh and the full breath out. And again, with that smile, breathing in gently through the nose, filling up the lower abdominal wall, that lower dantian, with air, with life, with prana. And allow that chi and expansion of the chest to rise until the body is filled with air. Taking a few more breaths in to top yourself off with that life force of love. And simply rest within it before gently releasing again through the nose. Now is the time to control the body fully, to release the tensions of the form by command. Directing to the body, the horse, the form, let go. You're safe. Everything is okay. It is the noble steed that has guided you in this journey, yet how often do you give it command? How often do you console it? How often do you show it love and give it that ease, even when it's not asking for it? Yet it's here in this simple practice of the breath that we begin to liberate ourselves from our first seemingly appeared slave master, the physical identification, the form, the flesh. But it's here in this gentle breath that we assert our true position again as that witness, that observer, that rider of the horse. And as we sit back and watch and observe the form, as we feel and observe the energy channels opening up, the tensions dropping away, the mind and the emotions becoming still, what is it that currently shows the energies of confinement over the form? What are the impulses that you observe that still govern its reactions? What are the energies that it no longer resonates with, that are becoming more and more clear to you as the days go by? What can you liberate the body from? And this is where we give that gentle, loving approach to healing the flesh. For its first and only master should be the creator, then the rider. And it should have no masters or governors of flesh or form. For we should be swayed by no temptation. We shall not have fear. For this vehicle is one that should be regulated and governed through love. But even in the physical form, in these fleshly experiences, how has love turned into addiction? How has love turned into attachment? How has fear turned into limitation, to blockages? These are those lessons, those signs that life has been pointing all of us towards. So how do you seek to free yourself? How do you seek to transmute these energies in which you're being presented into strength, into power, into freedom, into a pure and more raw expression of yourself, your soul, your light, that in which you were created to be? Like the times of old, we look back to this story of Exodus, that opportunity to become free. Yet it's this encouragement, this reminder from life that this is but the beginning of the journey. But this opportunity is one where we sever the cords, we detach ourselves from the threads that anchor us and hold us back, so we can enter into that new journey, that walk of faith, that walk of trust, and know here that you will not have to wander through the desert for 40 years for your willingness to trust, to lean in, to ultimately allow your heart to be guided by the winds of love that will take you quickly to your destination. And in this time of transformation and transmutation, know that everything can arise at the snap of a finger. Again, the ride has already begun. The train has already left the station. The flow has already been raging. So are you going to jump in? Are you going to dive in and play with life, with love, with excitement, with playfulness and curiosity? Know that you are not being judged. It matters not what you choose, but the reminder, the encouragement, is that love, like any parent, that is encouraging us towards taking those first steps. So give yourself a moment to feel. Where is the heart wanting to open up towards? And in this sense, we know exactly what we need. We know exactly what life has been presenting us. And it is that topic of discussion in this theme of today, of cleanse, of purification. For in order to fully receive the energies in which we're capable of, we must clear out, clean, and ground the instrument in which source flows through, the flesh. And in this detoxification, this cleaning process, we naturally refine the spirit, pulling it away from the physical attachments and connecting itself back with that fullest connection to source. Truly clearing the channel so you can better receive the signal of the divine. And know that this flow of energy is not from the material approach, from the root upwards to the crown, but rather it's like you are resting lovingly underneath a waterfall. And the energy of flow of life is coming from the top down. For all of us are channels for the Creator to flow through. And everything stems from that divine thread pouring into us. Hence the importance of cleaning out the vessel, liberating ourselves from those earthly attachments on this most fundamental level of grounding. For it is the physical body which carries the energy, which literally holds ourselves, the soul. And in this embodiment, it is up to us to ground these divine flows of energy into this physical plane for all. With a gentle smile on your face, as if you have a blowhole at the top of your crown. Take a breath in from the tip of the skull, and like water cascading down, fill up the body. With every breath, know that you fill yourself up with more of that divine light. And one doesn't need to force the energy to flow down, simply breathe and fill yourself up. Like a pump, your exhale releases the tension and energies through the toes, through the soles of the feet, through the palms. And continue to take deep and steady breaths with that gentle smile. Allowing yourself not to get caught up in the feelings of what is arising to the form. But simply being present. Simply witnessing. Simply being. And by the time the energy gets down to the tips of the toes, again, gently observing that ease of tension in the form. And it's here we come back to that base state of love. It's here we make way for Source to be present within us. Like one clearing off the counter so we can place groceries or food upon it. Like someone asking for a refill. We must always clear and empty out our cups, tidy up our stations in order to receive. So too, we must come back into that simple practice of clearing out the beingness, taking command over that in which we were shepherds, the form. And doing so will guide and lead us into those opportunistic positions, those moments of release, to increase our capacity to hold that light of the Creator, to radiate that love of the One. And in that knowing, in this state of pureness, we can sense that soul knowing that we already have everything we need, that there is no such thing as a lack or a lacking. When we let go of the false and we allow that which can drop away, we simply clear the ground of being so our natural aroma, our natural light, our radiant soul, and the creator of it, to be felt, observed, witnessed. And the more we rest within this aroma of our being, the more of the false that drops away, leaving us with that direct connection to our eternal presence, our eternal truth, our primordial parent, in that vast ocean of unconditional love. And it is this energy that can never leave us, that can never be taken from us, that can never be chained. And it's that peace that can never be stripped away from us, a fullness that can never be dimmed, a light that can never be put out. And this channel, this clearing of the ground, is what each of us are being tasked to do. And our soul knows the way. Come to master this. Come to honor this connection. For through Source, all is possible. Through love, anything can be. When you hear the next tap of the singing bowl, again, we'll transmute that breath into a mighty and powerful Om. Inhaling when we hear that ringing of the bowl. So release the body of breath here. Namaste. I bow to divine within you. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's been getting potent. The channel has been becoming increasingly more clear. And I know the inspiration for this WaterFast has been a knowing of mine for probably the past 5 months, 6 months now, that I've been operating on 30%. And it isn't a sense of, a lacking within myself. It's like there have been so many level ups and upgrades that we've all been really initiated through these past half year now, that, every time you, like an atom increases its energy state, there's a new orbital of electrons that it can fill up. And I very much so have been feeling hollow. And I know it's a feeling that has been pretty consistent throughout many in the collective, that we feel like we're just not quite at full capacity. And if I had to express it, it's kind of like, the diameter of the dowel is where I'm at, but I know I have this much more room to grow, to step into, to fill up with that light of the Creator. And it's been a refinement period of really stripping away those energies, those patterns, those still lingering aspects of personhood that are really holding myself back from receiving the fullness of God's love. And it's even interesting to even formulate that and say that out loud, because there's no such thing as a limit to what we can receive from the Creator. It's kind of like this hey, as much as we can handle, we're going to keep getting. And that's kind of the exciting factor about it. And the encouragement for like the infinite journey that this is that we can always grow into a greater light. We can be a bigger star. And now we're all being gently nudged and encouraged to do that. You know, it's a palindrome today. It's been for these past few days, and it's going to be for almost the rest of the month until we get to the 30th, where it's, you know, we have 4, 2, 2, 2, 4 being reflected forwards and backwards. And I don't know the last time this has happened, but it's pretty trippy. And it just goes to show the importance of really leaning in to everything divine. And for myself personally, I know that I am my purest spiritual state when I have cleared the channel completely and I am water fasting. So I hope that all of y'all listening can at least join in on one day or 3 or 7, you know, of this water fast and really take our collective initiation to the next level. Because the greater light that we can hold within ourselves, the more that we can uplift the whole. Yeah, I feel like that's everything. I'm about to take a shower and unwind for the night. Get all my practices, you know, do all the things that make the body feel happy and loved. And I hope that you can step into the fullness that life is tasking each of us to be. Thank you for joining in. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, do all the fancy YouTube stuff. And with that, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed. And in that seed, may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all whom ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you, and I love you so much. Thanks for dropping in. Take it easy. Peace.